Hello and welcome back. I am Conan Librarian with Conan's EDC, Easy Dad Carry. And today, I'm excited. I'm going to be doing another Temu mail dump. Let's take a look. Alright, so I did that thing that I like to do where I don't hit the right button, so I opened all my stuff, I showed it all, I explained it all, and then realized that I didn't hit record, so I'm just going to go back through it. So most of it's already been opened, but to at least show you some of this stuff, some of it's EDC, some of it's camping and hiking, and some of it's just fun. First off, I want to throw this out. My wife actually got this for me, and I'm very excited. Kind of this gentleman's carry. So I got a bunch of cool stuff on Temu. She went on and got a bunch of cool stuff. And she picked out this EDC carry like satchel bag for me that I am actually really excited about. It feels nice. It looks nice. It's got a lot of zippers and just has a really good feel. So I am super excited for this kind of gentleman's carry shoulder bag. That's pretty cool. And speaking of the wife, so she got me something and I got her something. If you are someone who does crafting or know someone who does crafting, go on Temu because they have so much cool stuff. The wife does, and I talked about it a little bit before, I think in one of my shorts, or I was about, maybe this watch, I don't remember, about the wife and her crafting. So what this is, it's a pack of old, like, medicine bottle and apothecary stickers, because she does these junk journals and mixed media pages and that sort of thing. This really matches her vibe. She's doing some really cool stuff. I'll drop the link. She's CC_yo on TikTok. She's got a Facebook. And actually, I'll also share the video. Rich over at True Budget EDC has commissioned her to do actually a couple things. And she's just doing some really cool stuff. So go and check her out because one, my wife is awesome. And two, you could see just kind of some of the craft stuff that you can get. There's some very cool stuff for people who do crafts on Temu. So make sure to check that out. And check out the wife because she is awesome. So stickers are very cool. Up next are these Cobb rechargeable lights. So these are actually pretty popular, and I've looked at them on Amazon a lot. This is a Cobb rechargeable keychain light, and they come in a lot of different, I don't know, flavors or styles. I think I picked up like 3 or 4 of them actually. I need to dig out the rest. But what I like about these, it has this clip. So this one's all aluminum. It's got a good clip. It's got a bottle opener because, of course, it does everything needs to have a bottle opener these days. It has a magnet so it can attach. That's a pretty strong magnet, too. So it can attach pretty easily. And it's got a little stand so you can prop it up. And it's got a threaded port. So you could, I suppose, put this on a small tripod or a selfie stick or something as well. So that's actually pretty cool. So each of these, I looked at the manual on one of them, and it says it's a 6-watt cob with a 500 milliamp battery. I don't know how long that's going to last. Maybe I'll do a charge and a light test, but it's got several different modes. I kind of want to splash this with water too, see how it lasts. I very much doubt it's IPX8. However, at $2.50, maybe $3 each, and I looked it up, 6-watt cob is equal to about 500 or 600 lumens, which is pretty cool. And even if it, oh wow, that's really neat. Oh, and super bright. I mean, I would say that's pretty bright. I'm trying to think what my brightest flashlight. I mean, this guy is 180. Wow, and that does really good too. So even at a couple bucks, a lot of different ways to actually use this, mount this, attach it, isn't a bad thing at all. And what I really like too is it is actually USB-C. chargeable. So same thing as my phone and a lot of electronics. So I actually really like that a lot. They each come with their own charging cable. So yeah, this is a good EDC or camping light. Like I said, I don't know the quality of this versus what you might find on Amazon, but it's a light. It's a couple bucks, and it works. So I do like that. I got a couple pins, and this is more EDC because I have all these bags, I have all these things, and thinking about personalizing a little bit more. I don't like Velcro on my stuff. I don't want to have to sew a whole bunch. So, a couple little pins. This guy's just fun. Frog destroying a city like Godzilla. And then this, I want to be careful, but a pigeon looking like a pigeon saying, I will blank on everything you love, which is just, I thought, kind of funny. Maybe it's immature, but I think it's hilarious. I did get a t-shirt, which I don't know if you could consider that everyday carry, but I got it because as a dad, dad jokes are one of the most important things about my job as a dad. So when I saw this t-shirt, I kind of had to get it. The fabric actually feels really nice. It's really thin, so like really thin and kind of stretchy. I'd almost want to wear this as an undershirt. The graphic, you can hear that almost plastic, so I don't know how well this will last like in the wash. It actually might look even cooler as it fades and peels a little bit. But yeah, guess what, chicken butt t-shirt, because that is absolutely hilarious. All right, so arguably the best thing I got out of my last Temu haul was Sir Banana Quacksworth, the duck banana. Again, I still am not sure why I picked him up, but he now belongs to the wife. He sits on her craft table. He will be coming with us on vacation, and I love him. He is fantastic. So I guess in the same vein, maybe it's just because banana stuff is funny to me. I don't know. But this is the banana. It is a banana umbrella. I'm not going to open this at my desk. I actually opened it earlier. One thing I will say, it's kind of tough to cram back in there, but when you open it up, if you notice on the top here, has what looks like the bottom of a banana, which is kind of funny. I don't know how good it's going to be in the weather, but it was funny. It was only $8 maybe, and it packs into its own little sleeve. Again, it's actually a little tough to get back in there by itself without catching the material. I almost wish the sleeve itself was a little bit bigger. So it's because it's funny. Now, I thought it would be smaller, to be honest. What I was looking for was something more like this. And the reason I wasn't sure how big it was, Temu doesn't always list the exact details on some of these products. So like this doesn't say how many lumens it is online. You've got to be careful and you've got to kind of, take it for what it's worth and be prepared for something to be a little bit bigger or smaller than you were expecting. But this is my usual EDC umbrella. I posted this a little while ago, just maybe in my stories or whatever. This is by Totes. It's a little manual umbrella, but you can see this thing is just about 6 inches. It's smaller than a water bottle, so it fits pretty much anywhere. This is a great little umbrella, and I actually carry this more often than I carry water. This goes in a water bottle holder on the side of most of my bags, or if it can fit, just in whatever, because it's such a great umbrella, and it's small enough and light enough. If I'm carrying just a sling, a lot of times I might just clip this with a carabiner to whatever I am carrying, and because it's so light and small, it really does carry super easy. I'll find the link to this because I recommend this to anyone who's trying to find a small umbrella. As far as banana umbrella, it's hilarious, and I don't know if I'll EDC something like this, but it's a banana umbrella. It's super bright yellow when it opens, and it's hilarious. All right, something I was really excited about was this. This was actually is a tiny little keychain nail clipper that folds open, and it's actually got a couple little files here in the nubs, which is really kind of neat. And you could see it's small. This would go on a keychain if it was attached somehow. But it goes on a keychain, and I just think that's super cool. However, while I was testing it for this video, it broke like immediately, and I'm not even sure where it broke, but a piece of metal popped off of this. I don't even know if it still will work, or maybe it will break again. Yeah. Okay. So it broke right in here. So that's something you have to be careful of. Oh, yeah. Okay. So this is just falling apart now. There. Okay. There we go. Unless maybe you want to figure out a way just to carry the little head and, I don't know, use pliers. But, the thing about this is not all of this is good quality. Buyer beware. You kind of get what you pay for. Some of it's cheap junk. Some of it's really solid. But like anything you're buying, you have to be careful because uh, it's easy to look at something cheap and say that it's trash. These cutting mats that I have in almost all my videos, these come from the dollar store, and these are absolutely great. They're thick. I use them all the time. I beat them up, and they're $1.25 at the Dollar Tree, and I'm a big fan of the Dollar Tree. So when I see cheap, that doesn't mean I just say, oh, great, it's a great deal, because cheap doesn't mean a great deal, but cheap doesn't always mean bad. Now, I realize I'm saying that while holding a broken, cheap thing, but it's something you have to be careful of. Whether you're buying from Temu or AliExpress or Alibaba, any of these sites, buyer beware. I'm not surprised. I am disappointed, but I'm not brokenhearted because also this was $1.25, and I didn't expect it to perform, like one of those Mr. Green super clippers. So that's a bummer, but it's okay, and actually kind of hilarious that it literally fell into pieces in my hands. So, so far, I would recommend the other stuff that I picked up. I absolutely do not recommend these little collapsible EDC nail clippers, unfortunately. All right. And the last thing I picked up, I am probably the most excited about, is this. I actually picked up two of them. In my video, I showed the loadout of what I carry when I go hiking. Something I always take is hiking sticks or trekking poles because I have bad knees these days. I used to do a lot of climbing. I used to do a lot of stuff that now that I'm in my late 30s have turned my knees kind of into gravel. So trekking poles have been a big part of, for me, being comfortable on hikes and on walks, whether I'm on a bike path or on a path in the woods. Trekking poles are something that really save my day from just turning into aches and pains even when I'm done. And I wanted to get these because each of these were 10 or 12 bucks. Like I said, I got two of them, and I wanted something nice and small because as I'm going to be carrying smaller and smaller bags in general, I've really been moving away from the tiny bags and away from larger backpacks into sling bags and trekking bags and stuff like that. I wanted to be able to still carry something like this because my other trekking pole is a kaleidoscoping one, and they're Cascade Mountain. They're actually one of the most popular trekking poles on Amazon for good reason. I think it's 30 bucks for the pair. I've had them for a couple years, and they're just great quality. However, they're heavy, and they only collapse down to like still 20 inches, whereas this max is 13 inches. And what I was excited for on this is the Waterfly that I'm using right now for both EDC and actually hiking. That impromptu 7-mile hike we went on, it was supposed to be just a bike path, and we decided to go some place that we hadn't been since before the kids were born, and we ended up doing like 7 miles that day. I wanted something that if I wanted to, awesome. I can throw inside of a smaller sling bag, or the other thing you could do with something like this pretty easily is throw them in a water bottle holder or a water bottle sling and then attach it. Now, this bag doesn't have attachments, but I could pretty easily make something, rig something, do something with this, which I'm really happy about. Now, it took me a minute to figure out how to use these. Like I said, it's not kaleidoscoping, but here's what I'll do. I'm not going to show all, you're not going to get full length on this, but I'll take a picture of this, maybe even a short video of this versus the trekking poles I've been using for a long time. There we go. Super easy to use, super convenient, and the idea that, say if I'm even just walking around all day in a tourist town, I really like the idea of being able to have this with me simply because, uh, really just to save my knees at the end of the day. And yeah, I'm really excited for this. So overall, I really like this. Temu is a lot of fun. Yes, some of it might be junk, but that's not, that's kind of on me when you're looking at price, when you're looking at quality, you're looking at a lot of things. But what I'm really looking for is functional stuff, easy stuff, and good stuff that's going to at least do the job. And I think some of this really is kind of cool and kind of fun, even though some of it very obviously is junk, and that's okay. I'll see if I can return a buck 25, but it's not going to break my heart if the return process is laborious and ridiculous. Absolutely not going to bother, and that's okay with me. So I'm not going to. Maybe I'll do a Temu dump maybe once a month, every couple months. It's a site that unfortunately has drawn my attention too much, and I need to not just go on there because it is super easy to spend more money than you were meaning to, or pick up, well, duck banana without even thinking about it and load up your card. But it's still worth checking out. So yeah, thank you for spending your time with me and watching some guy play with some random stuff he got online. And as always, stay safe, be prepared, and have a great day.